Fuzzy Charm, here we go. 70s and 80s music, fall in the air and getting on the road again. September has been an absolute whirlwind. That's why it's taken us so long to get this show, wait for it, on the road. This month, yours truly is a radio show guest. We take road trips to visit our amazing alums and donors, unbelievable speakers at the college, and let's not forget about our cats. It's all here in this sing-along State of the College September edition of Simon Says. First up, viewers, if there are two things the dear old Dean loves, it's 70s and 80s music and chin-wagging about it. I had an awesome experience making my radio debut this month on the university student-run WRFL show, Your Father's Music. You see, I had an in at the station. Your Father's Music program is hosted by our very own Professor John Pelosa. And from the beginning, I was so pleased to learn we share an affinity for some of the best music out there, including my favourite Aussie bands, Madder Lake, Skyhooks, Icehouse, Mondo Rock, Moving Pictures, Hoodoo Gurus, Hunters and Collectors, and Australian Call. My favourite part of the show was doing shout-outs to people in my life who had inspired the choice of songs. Kelly is the love of my life, and it's a journey to end up with Kelly, but I'm delighted I'm here. I'm lucky. If you want to relive some of music's best hits, be sure to take a listen to Your Father's Music program. And speaking of Your Father's Music, how about a new segment on Simon Says called On the Road Again? That was the theme for our philanthropy team this month as we hit the road for one of my favourite roles as Dean, meeting with you, our amazing alums and donors. I had the privilege of visiting folks in Paducah, Owensboro, Northern Kentucky, and Washington, D.C. It never feels long enough, but I'm so glad I got to spend some time with some of Gatton's best. A special Simon Says shout out to John Williams, Terry Woodward, Lisa and John Hawkins, Keith Carlson, Sarah Sanders, David Bugg, and Carla and John Kane, who kindly hosted us at their home in Northern Kentucky. Also a shout out to Erica Miles, Colonel Jerry Bridges and his wife Sally, Scott and Robin Albrecht and their son Michael. And also let's not forget Courtney Rosenberger, the chair of our Emerging Leaders Board. So good to see all you guys. And a special thank you to my fellow road trip buddies, Nicole Cartier and Andy Savaray from our amazing philanthropy team. I know all of you enjoy seeing them, and I'm so proud of the success they're having in their own careers. All of this talk of states reminds me I can't leave out the annual State of the College meeting. It's such a privilege to head this great college, and this year I couldn't be prouder. I want to thank all the associate deans and our senior staff who presented the meeting. Under their great leadership, the college is going from strength to strength. One summary from the State of the College is associated with new funding sources. These include net tuition revenue, the college productivity model, and performance funding allocation. These three funding sources produced an additional $1.7 million for our college, placing us second amongst all the colleges at the University of Kentucky. This month we've hosted some great events for our students. The Fall 2022 Accounting Internship and Career Fair was a huge success. We had a record number of employers and students in attendance. We are delighted to provide these events for our students so that they can learn more about the opportunities in the world of accounting. Next, our students had the amazing opportunity to meet with and learn from Lisa Wang, the Assistant Secretary for the US Department of Commerce. What a great way for our students to learn how they can start a career in international trade. Coming up next month, we are hosting Federal Reserve Board Governor Christopher Waller, an event on Thursday, October 6, when he will give a lecture on current monetary policy and the economic outlook for the United States. Join us at 5 p.m. for this great event. And taking us into the end zone, let's close out with the Cats. Now, viewers, I'm not sure if it's last season's touchdown trivia was the reason, but football has been on fire ever since. Can you believe it? We're ranked 7th in the nation with a 4-0 record. Last Saturday's game against Northern Illinois was even more special because our very own Laura Boyson was in the alumni band that played at halftime. And don't forget, mark your calendars, viewers, homecoming will be here before we know it. So we'll see you on Saturday, October 15th. Until then, if you happen to be in town for Keeneland or another game, please stop in and say hello. I'll see you next month. Be well and go Cats.